777 Tarot Go, aka I am Paul Revere, back with another video. As you guys can see, we're driving, but hearing the last few videos how they came out, like, you're not hearing the wind as much. It's not as bad, so I can do it with the headphones in my ear like this, and it comes out being pretty clear. So let's talk about life right now, guys. How's life going for you guys? It's going good, it's going excellent, it's going bad, you know what I'm saying? I always give thanks that I'm not waking up to bombs falling over my head. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I feel as though I don't have to worry about. I won't say yet, who knows, but I don't got to worry about right now. And I feel as though it's very important that you give thanks to, you know, what you do have in life, which is health and wealth. If you don't have wealth, then you have health. You know, if you have both, you have both. But you got to realize that the small wins do count. They do matter. You know what I'm saying? The smalls lead to the bigs, and that's how life goes, you know? What do you think about this? You know, without practice making perfect, you can't pretend that you know what to do and how to maneuver without you actually, you know, taking the baby steps. And I know it sounds like, why would you be telling us this through this platform? And because it's the truth. I see people always with their head down or looking depressed, and, like, you know, it's wild to think that, you know, you could be in your late 50s, early 60s, and, like, you know, you haven't accumulated shit because you've been following the crowd, and now all your money's been fucked up due to the fact that stock market's going down, and, you know, all this stuff like this. And you really have to realize that you've done it to yourself. Look in the mirror and man up, and now it's time to get back on the horse. Now it's time to learn about more opportunities. Now it's time to not make the same mistakes twice. And like I always tell you guys, it's a personal thing. It comes down to you. If you're not able to just eat one meal a day, and you're trying to afford 3 meals a day, knowing damn well you can't afford 3 meals a day. Like, let's think about this, right? Unless in a wild way you're about to eat McDonald's 3 times a day, that's $15, right? 15 times 2 is what? 30, right? Yes. 30. That's 90. That's 90 for the week, right? And then there's 15 again for Sunday. Bro, you just spent $105, if my calculations are correct, on food. That's bullshit food. Like, y'all don't have to follow the crowd of overeating and then always feeling lethargic and not knowing what the fuck to do next. Like, being hungry is actually okay. It's gonna be okay if you're hungry. It's really okay. For me, I feel like I'm a snacker sometimes. Okay, I'll go buy 2 bags for $1 and I'll be good for the day, drink coffee, drink a lot of water or whatever, then boom, the day continues, right? When I was younger, I would eat all kind of bullshit, try to figure out why I'm always tired, why I always feel type of way, and like, you know, I think back to it now while I was chunky monkey, and it's all because I overate, you know what I'm saying? My mom's like, are you hungry? Am I really hungry? No. Yeah, Ali, why not? Boom, eat again, you know? And that's what it comes down to. It comes down to being overconsumption as a ninja, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel as though you need to eat 3 meals a day? If you do, and you're working out, it makes sense. But if you're not burning off them calories, you're just putting bullshit into your body, whether it's healthy or not. And, you know, you got to realize this. You look in the mirror, you realize it, you man up, and you realize that, yes, I have to do better. Yes, I have to do this. Yeah, yes, I got to do that. But it comes down to you. This is the truth. Will you move better? Will you understand that, you know, within this time that I have been given, I am going to make the most of it. I am going to realize that, you know, I've been overeating. I'm going to cut back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, do you have goals written down? Do you realize that in this day and age, you can't just spend money frivolously because money's not coming in fast as it used to come in? Like, you know, these are the things that I feel as though people got to sit down and, you know, come to grips with. You know, my bad. Following the crowd gets you nowhere. I'm always going to tell you that. It's going to get you exactly where you see them, fucking lost. If you don't mind being lost, if you want to be lost, then follow the crowd. If you want to have more out of life, then don't do that bullshit. But like we know, a lot of people have lost their sense of thinking for themselves due to the fact that they allow the crowd to define how they are, what they do, and how they act, you know? And that kind of just means that you're a bone brain. It just kind of shows that whatever you had, it kind of shows that whatever you had in your head is bird shit, and you've been watering bird shit for a long time. And when I say that, like, yeah, you guys ever seen bird shit, how bird shit is at certain times? How bird shit, like, let's say water falls on bird shit, it won't go away. It'll just, like, smear up on the mirror. I wish I could up on the window now to show you guys, but, like, think about it, you know? Like, you're choosing to live a life in which you know you're not ready for, and you're kind of just scrambling around trying to make it instead of actually devising a plan. For instance, right? Living in the car. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. You realize what you do and don't need, and you realize the time that you have is truly precious, because it's like, what will you do with the time that you have? You gotta think about these things, guys. You really gotta think about these things. And the main reason why I enjoy living in a car rather than paying crazy amount for rent, it's just that alone. Like, I don't feel comfortable dropping $6,000 and then paying $2,000 a month for rent. Is it affordable? Yeah. Does it make sense to me? No, it really doesn't. Like, all the developments they have now over there where I work at, it's crazy, because like the house is starting for $300K, so they're breaking it down to, I think, about $2,800 and probably a little more that you gotta pay each month to live in like a box home. Well, a townhome, which is pretty much, I guess, with 2 bedroom, 1 bath, but it's on the smaller side. You don't really get a backyard, stuff like that. And to me, it's just wild. It's wild because, you know, people have like they have no problem paying that shit and pretending like this is how it's supposed to be. So you pay that shit, then everything around you is still expensive, so you still gotta eat food. So it's kind of like you are paying $2,800, then tax, and then you are paying more than that because, you know, you gotta eat. You know, you gotta get gas. You know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You got more bills. So it's kind of like, to sustain yourself, I would say you need about $4,000, probably a little less, depending upon what you're about to do each month with yourself and your significant other, or by yourself and with your dog, whatever, you know. And it's wild. It's wild. It's truly amazing that, you know, the American people, instead of like figuring out something online, some kind of residual thing coming online, you know, to move somewhere else out of this country and to live more comfortably and, you know, really have your money stretch longer, they kind of just stay here, suffer, complain about it, feel as though, you know, working more than one job is going to help you get through this, even though you get taxed on both jobs. So it's truly like mental illness at its highest form. And I feel as though it's unfortunate because, I mean, I was born here. I kind of see where it's going. I kind of see where it's headed. And, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that, like, yo, bro, when I'm able to conduct myself online and have money coming in online, I have no problem getting the fuck out of here. I got a passport. Like, I ain't being a passport, bro. I have no problem leaving here and having my money stretch longer than me being the head over here. Let's think about it, right? Bro, gas is $3.69. Bro, what the fuck going on here? And they tell you guys every week with more and more bullshit shit getting blown up, there's that going on, and then before you know it, gas back up $4. So, like, you know, I'm thankful that we never really seen gas over here in Florida hit around. We got close to $4. The most we got to right now is $3.89, and some places like Mobile and stuff like that is $4.19. But I'm pretty sure it's just because, like, gas is this price now, so it won't run out. The other day I went to a gas station. I think he had gas around $3.57 and his gas ran out. So I'm like, yo, do you have gas there? He's like, nah. I'm like, when's the truck coming? He's like, I think he said 4 days. I'm like, bro, at this point you have a Quickie Mart, you don't have a gas station. But it's just wild. It's wild to think that, you know, we live in times now where, you know, gas is beating the head, food beating the head, your check is getting beat in the head, tax getting beat in the head, and everybody wants to pretend as though it's normal. You know, we're all suffering together, so it's all good. But like, yo, bro, who wants to fucking live like this? Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, nobody wants to live like this, but y'all gonna stay here, suffer, and then somehow it gets better. I love y'all. The main point of the message is for you guys to know that you guys are not alone in this bullshit. But if you're not gonna put your money towards something, aka CKU Legacy Coin that I have, the first link in the bio, if you're not gonna put your money towards something that will actually help you guys, then it's unfortunate because you're just gonna suffer. And you know, it's all about what you know, what you're learning, you know what I'm saying, what you can put forth, what you can bring forward in the world, and that's how you will pretty much make it. I love y'all. What you water will grow, what you cast will last. If you want to get in touch with me, remember, it is TriniKen Only, TriniKenOnly @gmail.com. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is 777TAROT GO. The Instagram is _TRINIKENN. If you guys want to get some crystal jewelry, you guys can check out Crystal Claire Uni. Also check out Instagram, which is @CKU Jewelry. If you guys want any custom, you guys can actually DM me with the email that I just said before, or on the Instagram, and I can get back to you guys in a timely manner. Just be very descriptive and we can work towards it. All right, I love y'all. Stay strong.